coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna got three, that other rapper got it, but shout it, he not out.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. It's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And right away, he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. And they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Throwing is Williams. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. A heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Quick throw there is incomplete. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases. But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
From the gun, here's Williams. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Bears had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again. And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen. But he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
To the air, Williams. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Pass caught by Burden. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here comes Carter. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target.
And got his man, complete. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now a handoff up the middle. Daly. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
There's a short one caught by Loveland. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Going quickly out to the right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
He's the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
And the Bears 1st down.
To throw, Williams. He finds his man, complete. That's Wade. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.